Good afternoon, good morning, good night. What's going on, TLP world? We're back. We're talking NXT Takeover WarGames and Survivor Series preview. As always, I'm joined by my fantastic co-host, Walk. Walk, are you excited for this weekend?
Mike, I'm too excited. If I were any more excited, I would be someone who's more excited than I am right now.
That was the worst.
That's not a good intro, but you know what? It'll have to do. Because we don't have time to come up with another one. Because guess what? It's Survivor Series weekend.
And the top bitches are in the room. We're live from our mother's basement. The baddest bitches ever to live in mother's basements. Yeah, that's right. It's us, the TLP crew. And we're going to start it off. What are we starting with?
Mike, I figured we'd start off with introducing a little bit of high-stakes action for the listeners at home. For those of you that don't know, Mike and I have a couple bets going on here about we're going to do a little pick'em.
Hold up. Can I stop you real quick? If you're not a fan of gambling, I advise you to stop listening to the podcast for about 45 seconds. All right, continue.
So Mike and I have a little friendly competition going on here. We're going to do a little pick'em. We'll publish the official results of our pick'em on Saturday before WarGames starts, and we have some a little bit of pride, dignity, and no money at all riding on this, so that just makes it even better. For the NXT WarGames one, Mike, would you care to tell them what our wager is for our WarGames pick'em?
So the WarGames, we're going to pick every single match. Whoever picks the most correct matches wins. The loser, unfortunately, will have to watch how long are they going to have to watch these episodes? A week? Just one episode? A month?
A month. It's going to be 4 episodes.
4 episodes of either Total Divas or Total Bellas, and they're going to have to live tweet the whole action. I can't tell you which one's in season right now, but whoever loses, they're going to have to find out, and they're going to have to tweet it every week for 4 weeks.
That's absolutely right, Mike. And for Survivor Series, we're going to be doing the exact same thing. Mike, would you care to elaborate on our friendly little wager that is not so friendly?
So for this one, it actually is very friendly, but the loser of this Survivor Series pick'em will have to tweet at Jinder Mahal all week, 7 days, a fan mail. So for 7 days, we're going to write in our notes, we're going to write something very friendly about Jinder, a nice little paragraph or so, just how much we love him, and we're going to tweet it at him, and it's going to be awesome. Jinder's going to love us, and we're going to love Jinder.
So that's exactly what it's going to be. Without any further ado, we're going to start talking a little NXT WarGames. Mike, our first match that we're going to talk about, Shayna Baszler, Kairi Sane, round number 4 for the NXT Women's Championship. How do you see this one going? Their last one was a slobber knocker of a match out at Evolution.
I mean, it's really hard for them to keep continuing to... They've had so many matches, and it's just hard for me to imagine that they can keep topping it. But knowing them, I know they're going to top it. I just don't know how. I'm assuming Baszler's going to win. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I think Shayna Baszler's probably going to win. I foresee a little more of little chaos reigning throughout the ring. I think that the other 4 horsewomen, Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir, absolutely get involved again. But I also see some of Kairi Sane's lackeys coming in, maybe a little Io Shirai coming in to help her out, maybe, just a possibility. For those of you that don't know or remember, Io Shirai, finalist in this past year's Mae Young Classic, also very good friend of Kairi Sane. So we'll see what happens with that.
So you're expecting this match to be... It's going to be a good match, but you're expecting most of the talk's going to be what occurs during or after the match?
Yes, I believe so, yes.
It's going to be more a little... the shenanigans, I guess. Shenanigans is not a good word for it, but that's what you're really expecting to be the big deal.
I think shenanigans is the perfect word, Mike.
All right, cool. Thank you. I pick my words very... I take time to pick my words. That's why, that's how it goes. I'm just talking now about how I pick my words, and right there I couldn't think of any words, so yeah, that's what it tells you about me.
Irony. Well, then we'll move on to the WarGames match. There are no titles on the line in this match, just pride, but it is the Undisputed Era versus the War Raiders, Ricochet and Pete Dunne. And Mike, this is This match is going to be wild. Let me just tell you that right now. This match came about as a result of a little parking lot brawl that these four had the last week. For those of you that don't remember or just don't follow with NXT, Bobby Fish has recently came back being cleared to compete from his ACL surgery, and the Undisputed Era is back at 100% strength, and they still got those nice, shiny, oh so shiny tag championships with them. However, Ricochet, the North American champion, and Pete Dunne, the longest reigning UK champion in history, are out with the War Raiders to end the Undisputed Era's reign of terror. Mike, what do you see happening here?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Undisputed Era was in the WarGames match last year, right?
They did. They won the first ever WarGames last year.
Was it for the tag team titles?
It was not for the tag team titles, but they did win.
It was them versus AOP and I can't remember who the other team was.
Oh shoot, I don't remember either.
Whatever, doesn't matter. But I mean, Undisputed Era, they have the upper hand. They have the experience, and I think that's going to come out. And they're going to put on a hell of a match. I'm sure this is the match that's probably going to steal the show. I mean, Velveteen Dream versus Ciampa is also going to be a phenomenal match, but this is the match. It's going to steal the show. It's got all the elements. It's got the War Games cage. It's just a fun match. Adam Cole, baby, is going to lead the Undisputed Era to another victory, and they're going to continue to shock the system.
Yeah, so it was Undisputed Era beat AOP and Roderick Strong and Sanity. So a little bit of irony there. Roderick Strong teamed up with Sanity against the Undisputed Era, of which he is now a member. So who would have thought?
Interesting. Anything else you got to add for this one?
No, other than now I'd like to move on to the absolute most charismatic, dripping in finesse and charisma superstar that the WWE has ever seen, the Velveteen Dream, when he decides to take the title away from Tommaso Ciampa this Saturday at WarGames. Mikey, it's going to be insane.
First off, this is such an awesome matchup. Love the Velveteen Dream. Love Ciampa. Velveteen Dream has had one of the best years of any wrestler in the world right now. His popularity has shot up tremendously. He could do no wrong. He's phenomenal in NXT. I'm having trouble predicting who's going to win, but you know what? Give us a rundown. Give me your preview and what you're excited for this match.
So last week on NXT TV, the Velveteen Dream had a match against the Freak Lars Sullivan, who was also in that ladder match for the inaugural North American title at NXT Takeover New Orleans. And as the gamer that Tommaso Ciampa is, he came out and distracted the Velveteen Dream so that Lars Sullivan could pick up the victory against him. But the Dream doesn't take that lion down, let me tell you. And so the Dream delivered a nasty reverse DDT to Ciampa on his beloved Goldie. And so I'm not really sure how this match is going to end up. I think that Ciampa's reign has been long enough to where he is not necessarily immune from losing the title. And honestly, I think that the Dream is he's a championship caliber player, and I don't think he's leaving NXT until he has some gold. So I don't see this ending in. I don't know how this is going to end, to be honest with you. It's entirely possible they take the title off Ciampa, and he and Johnny Gargano kind of get involved in another storyline again, whether that be as friends or enemies. Don't really know.
Interesting. I like your analysis. I mean, your analysis. I mean, you're our NXT expert. You love NXT. I'm excited. I love Velveteen Dream. Where is this at? It's in LA. So I can only wonder what he's gonna rock on the pants. He's got the gear. It's always for the city. He's gonna have big things. Maybe City of Angels. Maybe some Angel stuff. We'll see.
I'm a big Velveteen Dream guy. Anyone that knows me knows that the Velveteen Dream is my favorite professional wrestler, not named Rhea Ripley or Becky Lynch. So
the Mikey had no recollection of that.
The Dream has no memory of that, by the way. We'll go ahead and move on to what I think is going to main event, and that is Aleister Black versus newly heel-turned Johnny Gargano. This one has got all the remnants of a good blood feud, and I foresee Gargano headlining his fourth takeover in a row. And yeah, this match is just, I can't speak too much about this because this is literally a flip of the coin toss up. I just imagine, it all depends about where WWE wants to go with the storyline. And if you let me talk about it, I'll talk about it for hours. So I just want to hear your thoughts on this one, Mikey.
I'm interested to see. This is Gargano's first big match as a heel. So I'm excited to see how he plays that role. Aleister Black is just a badass. He puts on a great show. And then they have all this animosity, the hatred. So I'm assuming it's going to be a real brutal contest. I don't think the winner of this matters too much because, well, I guess I could see Aleister Black getting called up to WWE quicker than Gargano for whatever reason. I don't know why I believe that, but that's just what I see. I think they want to see Aleister Black at that level, and they're ready to push him a little quicker than Gargano.
I agree with you on that one. I think that they still have storylines they want Gargano to be a part of in NXT, and I think that Aleister Black has not necessarily run his course, but I think he's not even. It's not even like he's more main event or main roster ready. I just think that given everything that's happened, he is more. I think he's more likely to get called up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's going to be awesome. What match? So that's the match you're looking forward to most?
No, I'm more looking forward to Velveteen Dream taking the title from Tommaso Ciampa, but I would say this is a close second, followed by a third of the WarGames match, and probably fourth, Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane. Just because, honestly, and the only reason that one's number 4 is because it's been done so many times already.
I completely agree. I had the exact same reasoning. I'm really excited for the WarGames match just because I really like the WarGames concept. It's always really fun. But yeah, I mean, we got real good card, a lot of good action. NXT always delivers, so I'm excited.
Absolutely. Let's move on to Survivor Series now.
Let's do it. Let's go right into it. So Survivor Series. How excited are you? Scale of 1 to 10.
For
Hold up,
Survivor
let me rephrase
Series
that.
itself, probably like a 6, maybe.
Oh, well, you already got your 6. I was going to say, on a scale of 1 to Ty Dillinger, how excited are you? But 6 is fine.
Ooh. I'm about a 0.6 Ty Dillinger. That's what I am.
Ah, okay. 6, yeah. I'd say I'm probably at about 5.5, 5. I'm excited to watch Daniel Bryan go at Brock. I'm excited for Nakamura versus Seth. Ronda and Charlotte will be fun. I mean, there's a lot of interesting matches here. There's a lot of cool matchups, but there's nothing really on the line.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of always one of the things that bothers me about Survivor Series is that this whole brand warfare thing. It's kind of a concept that doesn't really make sense in my mind. And there's nothing really on the line for any of it. I mean, other than the cruiserweight title match, but we're not even going to talk about that. I mean, I just don't see it.
I got a concept for it. So let's say whoever wins Survivor Series, so every match is Raw versus SmackDown. Whoever at the end of the day has the most wins, they get the first pick of an NXT call-up.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
I was going to make a joke earlier about, hey, Raw's probably going to get smoked this weekend, and they're just going to have to accept the tank, and they're going to have to blow it up and just really expect to get a really big number 1 NXT pick. But, I mean, to save the product and Survivor Series and its integrity, why not just say, hey, you win it, you get this draft pick.
I like that. That's a really good idea. So, let's run down these list of things I want to talk about right here. Number 1 is I think Nia Jax is she's going to get some heat, Mike. What do you have to say about that?
Nia Jax is going to get more heat than the Iron Sheik got whenever he went up against the mighty Hulk Hogan. She's going to get huge heat. I'm excited to see it. I feel bad for Nia because I want to see the boos really badly, but if you're going to be good in this business, you got to be able to roll with it, and we'll see how she rolls with it.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I want to see what they're going to do to Nia. Are they going to bury her? Are they going to present her differently? Or are they just going to say, hey, the fan heat's enough? We'll see. That's what I'm excited. The Nia things, that's a really good inner story.
Yeah, I think it's a good peel back the curtain story a little bit too. So let's talk about what I really want to talk about. Mike? Okay, so Charlotte Flair has obviously been chosen to replace Becky Lynch because she is